Hello, world! Happy Sketch 50!
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Oh my gosh, it's happening for the second year in a row. It's a reoccurring event now. It's an annual event. So welcome to Sketch 50 Virtual Kickoff. Yay! Can you guys hear that? Oh my gosh, it's happening for the second year in a row. Oh, hold on, sorry. Recurring event now. You guys hear me?
Deja vu.
Sketch 50 Virtual Kickoff.
We're a laugh track now.
What do I do? Here, in a row. I do. Turn that off. Are we there?
We're a laugh track now.
What do I do? Oh my gosh. What is happening?
Make sure that your YouTube video is muted.
Are we there? Oh.
We're a laugh track. There.
Oh, there. Hi. Hello. Okay. So this is Sketch 50 2.0, and I'm Kate Tolnai, and I'm going to let Wanda introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Wanda Terrell.
Is that how you say your last name? I've always called you Terrell.
Yeah, Terrell. Terrell.
That's what happens when you're Twitter friends first, right?
Sorry. I answer to anything.
Fair enough. So yeah, we just wanted to let you guys kind of get a big picture for what Sketch 50 is all about. And it was a brain baby that came out of a lot of the work that Wanda put into sketchnoting around this time last year. And I was watching her going, oh my God, she's doing the sketch a day thing. And she was creating this amazing visual vocabulary. And I was so excited to see that. And went to the Q conference last year in Palm Springs and saw some amazing sessions on sketchnoting, including Misty's. Say hi, Misty. Hi! And oh my God, the world was abuzz about sketchnoting this time last year. And so I reached out to this group of amazing educators, some who are coming back for 2.0 and some new ones who will introduce themselves in a moment. And we decided to do this really crazy thing called Sketch 50, where we would draw one thing a day for 50 days. And we did it. And it was amazing.
And it's still remarkable how fast it picked up. I mean, within a week, we had everything up and running, and we had kids sketching in Africa. It was crazy.
We did. It was South Africa, I think. You're totally right. We had over 30,000 tweets over the course of those 50 days. And just within that week alone, I think we gathered over 2,000 followers on Twitter, and then we had Facebook, and we just had all these things. So we realized, obviously, we struck a nerve with our community of educators and non-educators, people who just doodle for kicks. But it's kind of a dream come true. It was a total moonshot that became a reality. So I'll hand it over to who's next. So what's our agenda? Let's see. Who's next? Everyone, introduce yourself.
Hi, Monica Spillman, teacher in Georgia. And I love to sketchnote. So I've been stalking all these ladies for about a year and a half at least. So they knew me. I knew them before they knew me.
But you have to talk about Pass the Sketchnote.
Oh, yeah. So in January, Carrie's one of those Carrie Baucom, I stalked her definitely. And so she posted on Instagram, it's Sketchnote Day coming soon. And I said, oh, we should pass the Sketchnote, see who will draw with us. And then, so I think there were 100, maybe 112 people that joined. It was a lot of fun. So lots of beautiful sketches that came out, and kids did them in classes, and people from, I did an image, I think there were, I don't know, maybe 30 different countries. I can't remember exactly how many, but it was really cool to see people from all over the world together.
I have the Pass the Sketchnote that I participated on set as my desktop background.
Oh, someone even had the one that Misty did. Someone had that printed out and framed. It was, of course, hers had that beautiful dog and everything. So.
And they made stickers too. It was awesome.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Monica. We're so excited to have you add you to the team. Misty, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hi, guys. So I'm Misty Klusner. I am a TOSA in Campbell, California. And I was on the team last year. I'm an enthusiastic sketchnoter, discovered it a couple years ago, and I'm excited to see just how much farther we can spread the sketchnote love this year.
Yeah.
And she's our regular in-house analoger, right? I mean,
Yes,
we can always
analog
depend on
forever.
Misty.
I'm getting better at digital, but analog is my true love.
Yeah, love it. Okay, cool. Nicole, new addition to the team.
Yeah.
Who
Hi,
are you?
everyone. I'm Atosa up here in Portland, and I just love sketchnoting. I was at Q last year, and I think I went to Kate's, but I missed out on going to Misty's session last year, but I poked around in the slides afterwards, and it's been a huge inspiration as I've kind of moved forward and getting it out into my district as well. And I just love all things sketchnote, so I'm excited to be a part of the team.
Oh my God, we're so happy to have you. And that's actually a good reminder. So Nicole's coming to us from Portland. I'm here in the Pasadena area, down in California. Monica, where are you coming at us from?
Northwest corner of Georgia, Rome, Georgia.
Rome. We got Rome in the house. Misty, oh my God, Carrie's here.
Yay, Carrie!
Woo! We'll get to you in just a moment. Misty, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, folks who are watching, we've been communicating on Voxer, and we haven't seen each other. Well, some of us have never seen each other face to face. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I've never seen any of you guys except on Twitter.
Oh, fun. So, Misty, San Jose area.
Yep.
No.
Bay Area.
Bay Area, because you teach in San Jose, but you live in Santa Cruz. Yeah. Wanda.
I'm out of Memphis, Tennessee.
And Carrie. You have to introduce yourself and tell us where you're from, because that's what we just did.
Oh, I'm Carrie Baucom. I'm from Arlington Heights. I teach in Arlington Heights, Illinois, which is the northwest suburbs of Chicago. So that's me.
Oh my gosh. And how okay. You're just, anything else you want to add? Tell the 32 people we have viewing about you and pass the sketch note and sketchnoting.
Yes. I'm a special education teacher of a multi-age classroom in the middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And yeah, I just love bringing the power of visual thinking and doodling to anybody who will listen,
Love it. And then there's a couple other people that are not on the call, but I want to definitely make sure we call out Ann Cosma, who's currently in Minnesota with her family and stuck in traffic, so she couldn't be on the call. But she's just like cheerleader 101 for anything that is great for kids and teachers. So we're so excited to have her energy and spirit on board. Let's see, Cynthia Nixon, who was the creative mind behind a recent movement we did, which was Sketch Q, and we were curating a whole bunch of sketch notes related to the Q conference that just happened. Genevieve Picata, who is also a regular presenter and sharer of sketchnoting and especially animating your sketch notes. So that's kind of her sweet spot. She's just a wildly talented educator that comes from the Santa Clara County Office of Ed. And we have the one and only tech Rabbi Michael Cohen, who's on board this year, who's going to be gracing us with his creative mind. Matt Miller from Ditch That Textbook, who he was my first exposure to sketchnoting back when Wanda and he and I attended the Google Teacher Academy in Austin, Texas. So it's so neat to have him on board, and he is just going to be sharing his love, and he even shared a blog post today that we will make sure to put on the resources page for you guys. Sylvia Duckworth has graced us with her attention and love and support, as has Moro Foglia, who is one of the two masterminds of the Sketchnote Army. So on that note, I'm going to pass it over to Misty.
Woo! All right. So we decided to mix it up this year a little bit. And we felt that a lot of people we were all guilty of this as well, that we got so into our sketchnoting that it ended up being like an hour endeavor every day and we burnt out. And we really want people to focus on being okay with putting things out that aren't perfect, with just getting down and doodling for 5 to 10 minutes a day, working on just, whatever you need to work on that day. And so we came up with a little bit of a different theme where we decided we're just going to give you a theme for the week, and we're going to let you choose what you want to draw. And if you're stumped and you have no idea what to draw, we came up with a little list of words to help. And so every week we have our little theme. And on this, you can see like the first week, we actually only have 4 days since we start doodling tomorrow, and it'll be Monday through Friday. We call it 5 for 5. And the goal is that you're doing 1 doodle a day for 5 minutes. So you'll do your first doodle here for 5 minutes. On Wednesday, you'll go here for 5 minutes. Thursday, you'll go for 5 minutes, and so on. If you're stumped, we have words here to help you out, or you can work on whatever you need to work on. You can use the template we have. You can use your sketchbook. You can use your iPad, whatever you draw with. You can use Google Keep on your phone. But the idea is that you're just drawing for 5 minutes. You're getting some doodles out, and that way, hopefully, we won't have the burnout we had last year when we hit like day 26. And we also tried to make it teacher friendly. So we made it so that this is printable. It's easy to copy, so that if you want to do this with your students, it's easy to push out. So that's our goal with the 5 for 5 on Monday through Friday. And then the next plan was to do basically on the weekend, since you have a little more time to play, we thought we'd give some level up challenges. And so our level up challenges, we made a game board. And on our game board, there's a bunch of different topics you can choose from. And the idea is you're just picking whatever one you want to try. You complete the challenge, and then we're going to have a Google form set up that you can submit to. And every time you complete a level up, you get a ticket for our raffle. And we have a bunch of donations from Sunny Brown, Mike Rohde, Sylvia Duckworth. We have a couple of other surprises coming. So hopefully, at least we can get everyone hopefully doing back to basic or doing our 5 for 5. And then when you're feeling adventurous, to hopefully try out some of our level up challenges and push yourself a little bit and push that growth mindset. And don't be afraid to share, because the whole reason this is an amazing movement is that when you share it out, we are all better together, and everyone kind of fills your bucket.
That's awesome. And so even though last year it was sketching one thing a day for 50 days, and that's why it was Sketch 50, we've done the math, and we know that 5 times 7 plus 2 is not 50. That being said, if you do the combination of the level ups and the 5 for 5s, we're confident you'll get to 50, if not more. And it's really just the idea of committing to doing this mini growth mindset project and seeing what comes out at the end of it. So what we heard the first time around too was, oh my gosh, I didn't finish. I didn't have time to do it all. And we really want to let you know that this is not about like checking the box and doing everything you have to do. It's about just committing to the journey. And speaking of the journey, we reached out to Tara Martin. If you all know Tara Martin, she's the godmother of Book Snaps, and she has given us all her support in creating Sketch 50 Snaps this year. So we are going to be expanding to Snapchat and inviting you to use the Sketch 50 Snaps hashtag on Snapchat, or creating your book snap / sketchnote snaps. Oh my God, that's really hard to say. Grabbing those, and you can share them on Snapchat. You can create them and share them on other social media platforms. But we will be vibrant on Snapchat this year, and we're really excited to see what that brings to the table too. And now I pass it over to Nicole.
Oh, all right. And I wanted Carrie, I wanted Carrie to jump in on this, on both this topic and the next topic. I know I'm kind of throwing you in here, but we had been talking a lot on Voxer about the process and how to be more transparent with what we're doing. And so that was kind of the idea with kind of revamping the blogs on the website a little bit, showcasing maybe our process over the years, or even start to finish, maybe a level up challenge or something like that. I don't know, Carrie, if you want to add anything to that.
No, I think just for anybody listening, I think sometimes there's this preconceived notion that we have all just arrived at this moment instantly. And all of us have been drawing for years. And it's like this muscle that you have to exercise. And we all have it, but it just takes a lot of time. It's like none of us can jump into a marathon and go run it. We die, right? So drawing is the same way. And for some of us, our mindset is more broken than others, and it needs to be fixed and developed. And for some of us, we just need a reminder about how much fun and how much we love drawing. And then it just takes a lot of practice and exercise to get to where a lot of us are right now. And I think just, I also think a lot of us see these sketch notes that are put out there, and a lot of us create them with the intent to share them to a certain audience. But then there's this whole background part of us that also is drawing, with less perfection. And so I really want to make sure, and I think that the 5-minute 5 for 5 is really going to show and showcase how much imperfection there really is when it comes to sketchnoting, how really personal it is. And there's a difference between the sketchnoting we do for ourselves and the sketchnoting that we share out to other people. And so that will be, wonderful to show people, I think.
Dude, was there a hand in the background there, Carrie?
That is my hand in the back.
Hi. So we have a mini hashtag happening called Sketch 50 Kids. So feel free to, those of us that have children who have passionate parents who sketchnote, feel free to start that community up.
Yeah, the girls and I were even talking about just sketchnoting together all for 5 minutes and how fun that would be, just to fill up a paper. I have 2 daughters, so the 3 of us all together. So there's lots of fun that can be had with kids when we show them that, drawing is wonderful.
Love it. Cool. Anything else we want to add about classroom implementation?
Well, I think what our thoughts were beyond just the weekly 5 for 5 template was that the level up challenges can really kind of bring the idea home. And so I think when you look at that game board, and I think that's going to be up and ready for everybody Thursday. Is that correct, Misty?
I would say so. Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere around there.
Because we know teachers are probably going to want to take a look at it ahead of time. But a lot of the level up challenges are going to be really, really perfect in the classroom. And I think, too, we can maybe even post resources to help guide some of that stuff along, different articles and things that could be used in the classroom. But things like, compare and contrast, read an article and then draw something accordingly. So I don't want to give too many things away, but I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be great options for classroom teachers.
I agree. And we were really thoughtful in what elements we picked for the level ups too, so that teachers could bring their students into this experience and then also transfer them into other elements of their teaching. And so that should be really fun to see what they do from the level up,
What I think is really interesting is Sketch 50 attracted a slew of professional artists and non-education artists last year. And so we found that as we were reflecting and garnering reflections from other people in our community, that there was this cry for more classroom implementation strategies. So we really are trying to speak to that this year, but that's not to say that we don't also completely acknowledge that this is just a growth mindset exercise for any human that wants to take it. Whether you're an educator or not, whether you're a professional or artist or not, doesn't even matter. There's room for all of us.
And if you don't have time to do it 5 minutes every day, maybe you have time to do 3 of them in one day. They don't have to feel like it has to be only 1 per day. They could share them out 1 per day, but maybe spend a little chunk of time.
Perfect. Yes, thank you for mentioning that. Carrie, do you want to talk a little bit about this idea of leaning into your growth mindset?
Sure.
Surprise!
You might as well wave now, Missy.
Oh, hello.
No, I think, growth mindset is there's such a huge following for it and has a wonderful presence. I know in my other daughter's 6th grade class, it's highly present, and the word and the thought process that goes behind growth mindset is always present. It just gives you permission to try and fail and try again and keep leading forward. And I think it's just a wonderful way to live life, but it's also a wonderful way to jump in and try something new like sketchnoting for the first time.
Which is a perfect segue to our additional, I guess we now have 2 additional taglines. We're just tagline crazy over here. But Monica and Wanda, do you want to talk a little bit about some of our additional taglines?
The book snaps?
No, embrace the imperfections. Process over pretty.
Oh, thank you. I needed that. Yeah, definitely. Like Wendy Pillar said, it's process over pretty. It's not about a beautiful thing at the end, it's not about art, it's about ideas. On my Twitter banner, I just sketched really quickly on Padlet and just did something that gave the message of Sketch 50, but I wasn't trying to make it perfect. And so, you know, it's not about making it perfect. So don't worry. Don't worry if it doesn't look like Sylvia Duckworth. You know, it's that's her joy that she takes lots of time in. But for learning, you don't need that much time.
And for me, the process over pretty is going to be a very big thing for me. When I first started doing my sketch a day stuff last year, I purposefully not only put the final sketch out there, but the time lapse that I got out of Procreate, so that people could see that process. But for me, what I'm really looking forward to is the limitations of the 5 for 5, because I mean, I'm planning on setting that timer, and I go, and wherever I stop, I stop. If the banner's halfway done, fine. And then I'm going to have to, you know, take a deep breath and let it go. Yeah. But
yeah, Wanda's
so
yours
that
are
part's
definitely
going to be a big growth part for me. So
love it.
And actually, one of the ideas that I've started to share more openly, and I've even made them stickers. Hold on. I'll send you stickers, guys.
Stickers.
See that one right there? Tracing is my superpower. Do you see that?
Nice.
Trace noting. I like trace noting.
Trace noting.
Trace
yes.
noting. I love that's amazing. Wanda, of course.
Oh,
Trace noting.
I didn't come up with it. I didn't come up with it.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for introducing it to me. So I also want to say, like, guys, wherever you're starting, give yourself permission to trace, because it was through tracing that I got my muscles trained and my brain trained to now create it my own way. And even just doing a black line sketch and having my own creativity and filling in the sketches with different colors and different shadings and what have you, just really liberated me in the process. So I highly encourage you to just enter into this with the notion that you don't know where you're going to go, but you're going to just try and play. And that's pretty much like the way that we need to wrap this up, because I'm just looking at the very last part of our agenda, which is Sketch 50 is what you make of it. And it's nothing more and it's nothing less. It's your personal journey. If you choose to share it, we would love to see it. If you choose to bring it to your classroom and to your students, we would love to be an audience for them. And we would love to see classrooms connect and maybe share Sketch 50s across the world, because this is like a global movement, and we would love to see that addition this year. So if we can help you guys out, if you're a classroom and you would love to share with other classrooms and we could play a part in connecting you, we would be happy to do so. I'm just speaking for everybody on the call right now.
Absolutely.
Good job.
But really, you know, the kids deserve that audience too. And we're all here with open arms. So that's pretty much all we had to say today. We're excited. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Say hi, Ann.
Hi, everybody. I'm so pumped. To be able to catch even a second. I've been listening live as I'm driving in the 33-degree rain in Minnesota, so I had to get to a safe place to stop so I could say hi.
Hi. Oh my gosh, you be safe in Minnesota, but that was perfect timing. And so if this is your first introduction to Ann Cosma, just soak it in, right? Just soak it all in. And I don't think, unless anybody has something else to add, I think this is the perfect way to end. Like, we are on this journey together, and let's have a great time.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, so we'll see everybody online. Look for resources, tutorials, videos. Reach out to us. We're here. We love you. We'll see you online.
Bye.
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 Bye, guys. Bye, friends.